And this person who wrote this book, Allum Bokhari, he's obviously got a lot of insight. And this was written before the election, of course, before the election result. And he says, having read this book, do you really think that big tech, with its vast deposits of information on all of us, cannot identify exactly who the Trump voters are, what they care about, and how to make them go Democrat in 2020? The big tech companies were caught napping in 2016, engaging only in minor acts of bias like censoring search suggestions about Hillary's health. They won't be caught napping again. Nothing less than a titanic on-the-ground effort from Republican activists will stop them from stealing the election this time, and even that may not be enough. If by some miracle Trump manages to overcome the forces of big tech bias that are arrayed against him, his next administration will need to get serious about the problem. Tinkering around the edges won't do, not just to safeguard American democracy and fair access to the digital public square, but also to safeguard consumer rights for everyone, Republican and Democrat. The relationship between tech platforms and their users needs to be completely recalibrated. As I've repeated throughout this book, it is unacceptable that big tech platforms can erase years of investment and work that you may have put into a social media account simply because they don't like your views. Without access to tech platforms, you are, in the modern world, effectively a second-class citizen, and due process must be imposed. Amen to that. And this book has made me realize that what actually happened to us and what's happening to all of these small c conservative sites is a form of intellectual property theft. Intellectual property theft, because we put, and so many people have done it, so much work into our platform on Twitter for 8 years. And it was just essentially stolen from us. It was a form of intellectual property theft, and we have had no recourse, and there is no recourse available to us to sort it. So all of that is so wrong, and it needs to be changed. And who's going to change it? Well, at the moment, the system works very much favorably for Biden and the Democrats. So if they get in, they're probably not going to change it. In fact, they may well, God forbid, but they may well make it worse. If Trump gets in, he's going to have to sort that out, and to do it fairly, because everybody benefits from fair social media.